Today we're going to show you how to draw an 8-ball using Illustrator. We're going to open up a standard Illustrator document, just a print document, size A4. Then we're going to go into the top toolbar and select Show Grids. Then back into the top toolbar again and snap the grid. We're then going to use the elliptical or circle tool and holding the Shift key, draw a circle. The Shift key helps keep the circle perfectly round. We're going to change the color of the circle to black, and then we're going to duplicate the circle, make it slightly smaller, and use this circle to create some highlights on our 8-ball. In order to create the highlights, we'll move this over to the side, use a gradient fill, and shade from top to bottom, light to dark, and then pop the smaller circle back on top of the big circle, and then move that up to the top. That's the first highlights created for our 8-ball. Now we'll want to duplicate the main circle to create some more highlights, this time at the bottom of the pool ball. With the duplicated circle drawn, then we're going to draw a box, and using the Pathfinder tool, we're going to use the box to stencil out and then cut into the larger circle, making a segment. We're then going to use the gradient fill here again and the radial fill. We want this again to fade from black to grey for a very subtle but glassy looking highlight. I'm going to play around with the sliders here a bit on the gradient tools. Darken down that white because it's not very subtle. Darken it down a little bit more, just until it looks glassy and matches the gradient from the top of the circle. Once that's done, we want to use the elliptical tool again and just draw out an oval shaped circle. And again, using the Pathfinder tool, we're going to select the new highlight segment below and then punch. Now we're left with a very natural looking gradient at the bottom and the top of our pool ball. You will see now I've made another perfect circle, this time a white circle. This is going to make the spot for a ball. Also just typed an 8 out here using the text tool. We're just going to go into the top menu because at the minute the 8 is a font and it's not very editable. So we're going to select the Create Outlines. Then we're going to pop this circle down beside the 8 here and drag the 8 over the white circle. Now our spot is ready for some editing and moving about. So we've placed the spot now on top of the black ball. We're going to use a tool called the shear tool, and we're going to manipulate the spot a little bit just to make it so that it's not perfectly round because it's actually sitting off at an angle from the black ball. You will need to play around with this tool a bit and also the positioning of the spot until you're happy with it. Finally, to give our illustration a bit of depth, we're just going to draw out another perfect round circle and using the radial gradient fill, apply a gradient that goes from grey to transparent, resize that a little bit and pop it in below the ball. We'll just want to use the arrange here and send the shadow to the back, and that's your ball finished.